A flight attendant notices odd girl on the plane and decides to take action. Sheila Fedrick has been working as a flight attendant at Alaska Airlines for over 10 years. She is well known for her pleasant personality, always smiling and kind, and her devotion to her work. Her job usually involves looking after the needs of passengers and maintaining a positive attitude around them, especially when atmospheric turbulence occurs. That's where her job of reassuring passengers gets harder. The job of a flight attendant has become extremely underrated in today's world. Their role is not confined in only taking care of the passengers' needs. They also form a bridge between passengers and management. There have been a number of incidents of encountering unfavorable circumstances in flights. The reasons differ from getting hijacked to equipment failures. And in lots of those cases, the flight attendants have emerged as heroes saving the day. In this case, however, things strayed away from the rule. Fedrick has been a flight attendant for a decade. Such a long experience allowed her to even sharpen her skills reading people from the first glance. She can grasp the mood, need, and state of mind of any passenger. That very day, she was taking rounds in the flight to check on the passengers and make sure their needs were met when her eyes captured a peculiar sight. On the very first glance, she knew that something was not right. A young woman was sitting next to the window. Even though the woman was not acting in a peculiar manner, there was something about her that was just off, and only Fedrick was able to notice that. The girl was wearing shabby clothes with unkempt hair. Her behavior was also bizarre as she did not look up for a second. On the contrary, the man sitting next to her, who seemed to be her acquaintance, was wearing quite expensive clothes, neat and clean. They were two complete opposites. Was the girl suffering from mental issues? And most importantly, why hadn't anyone else noticed them before? Another thing that tickled her suspicion was that the two were not talking to each other at all. There seemed to be something linking them, but she was just not able to name it. Her intrigue grew even more. The woman noticed new things about the girl as she began approaching her seat. The girl seemed to be drained of any sort of emotion or energy. She hadn't looked up from the window the moment she sat down. Was she in danger, or was she the danger? After much thought, Fedrick finally decided to interact with the two. The man reacted in a surprising manner when she tried to engage with the young woman. He kept interrupting her interaction with the girl. Furthermore, the air hostess noticed something more strange about the girl. She wasn't making the slightest eye contact with Fedrick. Her voice was trembling and the man kept being assertive and interrupting the whole time she was there. Fedrick knew that she had to keep a close look at the two. When she got the chance to talk to the girl alone, she rushed towards the girl and whispered in her ears, requesting her to go to the bathroom. Luckily, the girl did go to the bathroom. When she stepped into the loo, she noticed something very odd dangling on the window of the plane. The girl picked up what was dangling, a written note that said, "Do you need help?" It also had Fedrick's number written on it. The girl decided to respond to the message. Fedrick was stunned when she saw the reply to her note. The girl indeed needed help. Clearly, she was in danger and was looking for help. That is why, when she saw the note, she responded immediately. The girl was probably taken to San Francisco without her approval. But the question was why. After getting the note, Fedrick wasted no time and jumped into action quickly. She barged into the pilot cabin and informed the pilot about the girl. Thereafter, the pilot called police from the height of 30,000 feet from the ground. Now the onus was shifted to the San Francisco police. The police took the matter into their hands and waited for the plane to land. Instantly, the local police were deployed to the terminal, and when the plane landed, the man was arrested. The girl was finally rescued. When Fedrick learned what danger she had rescued the girl from, her heart sank and the land swept under her feet. It was more than what met the eyes. The girl was the victim of human trafficking. Fedrick knew that she was in a problem, but she had never expected this to be a very serious matter. The girl was abducted and taken to San Francisco. The teenager would have had her whole life in the dark had Fedrick not helped her in time. Fedrick explained the condition of the young lady. The bruises that I saw on her, her appearance, her demeanor. I knew something was just not right. She looked like she had been through pure hell. No doubt, the girl was about to be pushed towards the endless dark. Frederick also put light on the situation when they failed to ignore such situations. She said, "I've been a flight attendant for 10 years, and it's like I am going all the way back to when I was in training. And I was like, I could have seen these young girls and young boys, and didn't even know. If you see something, say something." Thanks to Frederick, she listened to her intuition and acted upon that. It was only because of her that a young life was saved. Now the girl is having a brighter future with something positive to look forward to. The girl now is attending college. It has been more than 6 years, and the two are still in touch with each other. Though the girl looked emotionless at that time, she did something that was not expected by Frederick herself. Along with the message, the girl had also taken note of Frederick's phone number. The girl must have memorized that. Frederick observed, "I put my phone number on the note that I left for her and I guess she memorized it. So a few weeks later, she called me." This is why she rang Frederick some days after her rescue to show gratitude. The attendant has been very vocal about such incidents from there on. She appeals to other stewardesses to be eyeful of the passengers they attend to. No one knows some of them might be in need of help. According to her, apart from taking care of the passengers, an attendant should also pay attention to the appearance of the passengers, as appearance speaks a lot. Frederick also admires the girl for showing courage on the time. Frederick would not have been able to help her out had the girl herself not came forward asking for help. Frederick reminisces, keeping all the fear aside, she wrote on the note she needed help. Nancy Rivard, former flight attendant and founder of Airline Ambassadors, trains the airline crew to understand the signs a human trafficking victim gives away. The signs include the victim not answering questions, not looking up, feeling being controlled. In February 2017, Rivard along with her co-workers made their way to Houston to interact with around 100 flight attendants. It was a training session to teach the crew how to spot signs of human trafficking. The training lasted for 2 full days in which human trafficking victims opened up about their experiences to flight attendants. The attendees were trained to spot passengers who looked nervous, scared, or ashamed. They also checked the person accompanying him. Do they look like their parents or relatives? If not, then this is the time to raise the alarm.